want everyone to know he always starts it. I'm just playing. It's been a fun week, as always, on First Take. And S.A.
I like that. I like that.
This might interest you. It's just funny that you've been going at me so hard, and we're not even in person. So, like, you would think you would be more annoyed by me. We're not even seeing each other, and it's still, yet the animosity continues. Hey, Perk. Hey, Wendy. But anyway, hey, Shams on the Knicks yesterday. Listen up, guys.
There's going to be some level of change to this Knicks roster. Now, do you go for a landmark player? Do you try to look into Giannis Antetokounmpo? Do you look at Kevin Durant? On Kevin Durant, I will say this. The Knicks, there was some mutual interest between Kevin Durant and the Knicks at the trade deadline. The Knicks made an offer for Kevin Durant at the NBA trade deadline. Obviously, there was no Kevin Durant trade. We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
Inside scoop, the Knicks made an offer for Kevin Durant at the trade deadline. With that being said, Stephen A., I've been hearing a lot of names. Giannis, KD. Should the Knicks go all out for Kevin Durant?
It depends on what you mean by all out. I mean, I'm not emptying the team for him. He's over 35 years of age. I want to say this to KD, however, if you're telling me that you can keep a Karl Anthony Towns and a Jalen Brunson, right? You know, you keep something like that. Or really, I mean, the Ananobis of the world, people like that. You're telling me that you can keep some of those pieces and get Kevin Durant. I understand that from a culture perspective, Big Perk and Wendy, it might disrupt things, but as far as I'm concerned, that's already been disrupted with the exit of Tom Thibodeau. So because that's been the case, I don't know who the next coach is going to be. I do know that that's a closer. I do know that's a 27 point per game per night dude. I do know that he's 6'11", or right 7 feet tall, and got a handle and a shot, a mid-range, a long range, a free throw game, whatever it gets. He is a professional scorer. He's KD. And let me tell you something. He's called me some names in the past. He gets all a bit sensitive, Wendy. We all know that, and all of this other stuff. I love Kevin Durant. Always have, all right? And I'm always have love for him. Let me tell you something right now. I know that his attitude at times can be a bit problematic because, damn it, he's so sensitive at times. I don't give a damn about any of that. I will sit here on national television, and I'm going to do like this. Let me take these right here. Let me do my own palm. Let me say this to y'all right now. Let me say these are close enough to New York Knicks colors. These are close enough to New York Knicks colors. I wouldn't say another negative word about KD if he was in New York. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm biased. If that man became a New York Knick, KD would be good with me. What you need? What you need? What do you need? Need me to go shopping for you? Need me to chauffeur you around? To get KD in New York at the Garden? At the Garden? I'm sorry. I know it's not the wisest basketball thing because I understand culture and everything that the New York Knicks have built. But damn it, it's Kevin Durant. And have him and Brunson on the same squad wouldn't bother me at all. I'd be the nicest version of Stephen A. that Kevin Durant has ever seen in his career.
Yeah, right.
Perk?
No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't go all out to get Kevin Durant. They should go all out if they can get a Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's true.
That's what they should go all out in. And
Yes.
here's the thing, right? Why I say this. It's not because of what things that Stephen A. just highlighted for us, him go give you 27 points per game or whatever the case may be. But it's too many, like you gotta fill in the blanks if you go get a Kevin Durant. Like, you gotta go get the right coach, right? Like, who's the coach gonna be? That matters. That don't matter with a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? And so that's what I'm looking at when you're talking about the Knicks. If you're able to go get a Jason Kidd, then yeah, maybe that changed a little bit because KD respects him. But I just think the Knicks, they still in a great position with the personnel that they have. I believe that all those guys will be back and be back better. I wouldn't go all out, but if I could move a few little pieces to try to get them, I would, but I'll go all out for Giannis.
That's basically what I said.
Huh?
Wendy?
That's basically what I
Yeah,
said.
they should
Right.
definitely.
Go ahead.
They should definitely explore it, Molly. Look, if you're Giannis or KD, you would have interest in coming to the Eastern Conference if you're going to get traded. And the other thing is that those two teams don't control their drafts, so they're not rebuilding. They need players in return for a star trade. The Knicks don't have a lot of draft picks to give, but they do have players. Stephen A's talking about not giving up Karl Towns or Anunoby. Who are you going to give up? You got to give up somebody for these guys. But I do think that this is something that the Knicks should look at
Yeah.
But let's let the market play out a little bit.
Fair enough. Do a little discovery. I got it, guys.
It's cinema. You get Kevin Durant into the Mecca, into the Garden. What is that not only going to do for the NBA and the fans, but the New York Knicks were a couple games away from being in the finals.
Yep.
This takes them over the top. And then, like I said, having the talent, having a Hall of Famer like Kevin Durant, his leadership, adding to those younger guys, his ability to be able to get a bucket at any time. And the roof is going to be off the charts in the Garden if you see Kevin Durant out there.
Marcus, let's do some math. New York Knicks plus Kevin Durant equals what?
Equals finals. They're equals finals. The Boston Celtics are the best team in the East, right? We're not taking nothing away from Indiana. They're hurt right now. So if you add in Kevin Durant to a New York team with all the pieces that they have, obviously they'll have to come off a few, and that'll be interesting to see who they actually come off of. But the key thing is, we know KD going to sit out 10, 15 games. Like, they still have a team that can win without him being there. What we've seen in Phoenix this year is when Kevin Durant sat, the team was significantly worse, right? Like, that was the glaring part. And now you get to play in New York in the Garden. I played in the Garden for a half a season. The best place, it's the best place to play. And I don't know if Kevin Durant knows this, but I'm going to tell you this. You will really enjoy it, brother. It's a great organization, great fan base. New York is popping, and I think he will fit perfectly, seamlessly.
This reminds me so much of July in 2019, being a part of that thing with the boardroom and KD when he went to Brooklyn. The thought around KD going to Madison Square Garden was legitimate. Rich Kleiman, who is his manager and runs 35 Ventures and Company, is a diehard New York Knicks fan. And the reality is the pieces just didn't seem to be there for New York at that time. And the thought of what it could have been with Kyrie Irving, the situation seems so much more stable now with leadership and the pieces that they have, that the timing right now in 2025 feels like the most elite timing for the Knicks to go over the hump and win a world championship.
Suddenly,
Just being honest.
we've got an unbelievable finish in Game 1 of the Finals, and we have both Giannis and Kevin Durant very likely in play in the next 2 weeks. Don't miss a moment. Mutual interest between the Knicks and KD. We know, Brian Windhorst, that the Knicks are in win-now mode. They just fired a coach who took them to Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. That's about as championship or bust as you can possibly be. If there was interest then, will there be interest now? The draft is in less than 3 weeks. What should we be expecting?
Well, the big thing here is how is a Kevin Durant trade going to operate? Because remember, the Suns have a completely new front office and a completely new coaching staff. Brian Gregory has really a very minimal track record of how he's going to operate here. And one thing that Kevin Durant has made clear, if he's going to leave the Suns, he would like to have control over where he goes. If that ends up being the case, I would expect the Knicks to be on his short list, and I would expect the Knicks at the very least to at least explore it. Whether it happens or not is a different story because the Eastern Conference is so wide open. But I can't emphasize enough, with the Durant trade, it is not 100% clear yet whether the Suns are going to want to control it, whether Durant is going to want to control it in conjunction with the Suns. That's a very important facet.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. And again, anything that may happen, we would expect to happen before the draft. So that's less than 3 weeks.